This week on The Real Deal, I'm very excited to be joined by Claire Swanepoel, and she is a domain rep here for Queensland, and we're going to talk about the importance of being all over every online portal, or certainly the two major ones, when you are marketing your property. Now, most people have got a preference as to which portal they predominantly use on their phone, but there are some apps which are potentially easier to navigate than other apps. I'd also like to let you know that there's some offices that will only utilize, say for example, one of the portals.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some people do have a preference.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't believe you're doing the best justice for the listing by limiting an audience.
Yeah, don't assume that every listing is just on realestate.com, because there are some people that will advertise on domain and won't go on realestate.com because the difference in price is massive.
It is.
You know, we're looking at, say for Camp Hill, $2,300 to go on realestate.com, whereas domain we're looking at $605. And we're having some people that are going, right, well, we're just going to go with the cheapest option, and if it doesn't sell in 2 weeks, then we'll go on realestate.com. Now, best case scenario is really to launch it and be on both, because you never know where your buyer's going to be. But let's talk about one of the big advantages to being on domain is the fact that you are massive in the southern states. Now, we all know that Queensland's a very precious and special place, and our borders are shut if you're from the nether regions.
Yes, true.
Okay. Even though, unless you're a strawberry picker and you have COVID, essential worker, then you're allowed into Queensland. But that's another story for another day. But let's just assume that you're looking online and you're actually wanting to migrate up. We're seeing a lot of migration happening, aren't we, at the moment?
Queensland's at a 12-year highest migration point coming to Queensland, and those
Can't blame them.
Who wouldn't want to live in Queensland?
Absolutely.
We definitely have the better weather, the better strawberries, so it's
better
definitely
everything.
the place to be.
It
Price
is
of house.
indeed. Yes.
Now's the time to buy.
Yeah, so I guess the bottom line is, if you are definitely wanting to target interstate buyers, another reason for making sure that you're on both platforms. We're not saying ignore one and go on the other, we're actually saying do that at your peril, and it's very important to be all over both.
Well, you've had a personal experience.
I did.
You did.
I did. So I started my business, which was my property group, 6 years ago. It was almost exactly 6 years ago, from my spare room, and you were my rep.
That's right, in your kitchen with the cake.
In my kitchen with the cake, there we go. And I was very excited when we launched a property and we used both major platforms, and it was a mortgage broker, and he turned around and said, I don't want to do it on domain, I just want to use the alternative. And I said, look, let's do both, because we may attract a southern buyer. And within 24 hours of launching, we had a premium, not just any, but a premium southern buyer that paid 10 grand above the list price.
Sight unseen.
Sight unseen, correct. And I still haven't met that lady ever.
Great results.
There we go, and that was off domain, so there we go. Another little personal testimonial is we've currently got 10 townhouses for sale in Caboolture. Obviously that's a commercial type of listing because it's 10 of them, and we have launched it obviously on all major platforms, but most of my inquiries have actually come, nearly all of them have come off domain, straight from domain. And of course they're all from guess where?
Down south.
Absolutely. So there we go. Don't ever cut your marketing budgets, because ultimately if you deviate from the formula, your price will deviate. Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, Gabby.